heard people talk about when it comes to branding, you need to know things like what your niche is, who your audience is. You need to know your brand positioning and your values and mission and story. And you think, what are all these things? And I just don't know any of these things about my brand. So how am I supposed to figure out my branding if I don't even know what all this stuff even means? You know, how am I supposed to get clarity on it? It's also confusing and there's so much to it. Like, can't I just make a pretty brand? Like, why do I need to know all this? Well, if you're feeling unsure about what all this stuff is and what it means and why it's important, well, we're going to talk about that in today's video. I'm Tabitha Emma and I'm a brand design educator, and I help creatives go from vision to visuals so they can create a compelling brand that attracts, connects and converts. So are you feeling a bit unsure about your brand? You're like, I'm not completely sure who my audience is. I don't know if I've really got a niche, and what even is a brand story, and what does it mean to position my brand? What is all this stuff? Well, let's have a little bit of a chat about what all this means and why it matters. And most importantly, what you can do to figure this stuff out if you're feeling unclear and unsure about it all. So to simplify things, let's break it down into 3 areas. So first of all, we'll look at the vision of your brand. Your brand needs to have some sort of vision, looking forward to the future. This will include things like your brand purpose, your mission statement, and your offers. What are you actually going to be putting out there? What do you plan to be doing with this business? So when it comes to getting clear on this area of your brand, it's all about really getting clear about the future, what you're trying to work towards, the goal and the journey of this brand. So not just thinking about what you're doing right this second, how things look right this minute, but what do you want it to become? How exactly do you want to help people, and what do you want to offer them to help them achieve those things? So if you're unclear about this at the moment, just take a moment to think, well, where is my brand right now and what am I hoping for in the future? And not just where you yourself want to take it, but also what are you hoping to do in terms of helping other people? What is it that you want to actually do to help others? It can also help really getting down to your why. Start asking the question why a lot. Why does this matter to me? Why do I want to help these particular people? Why does that matter to me? Asking yourself why over and over can really help you get clear on that vision. You might initially be like, well, I just like painting pretty pictures, so I'm selling my art. And then you could ask yourself, well, but why? And your answer could be, well, I love how much it brings joy to other people when they get my art and they love putting it on their wall and I feel like I really made their day. And then you could ask, well, why is that important to you? And you might say, well, because I want the world to be a happier place. I want people to find joy in those little things like a piece of art. And so as you keep digging deeper in that, well, why that, you start to uncover what it is that that vision is for your brand. The next part of your brand is the heart of it. So this is all about connection, really getting to know your audience deeply, knowing who it is that you want to connect with. What are their dreams and desires? What are they struggling with? And you getting to know them and having empathy for them and understanding them and how your brand can help them. It's also about story and the story of your brand, how you came up with doing what you do, and then how you're helping other people, your role in assisting people in the things that they want to do, the whole story behind that. And then also your brand values. What is important to you? What really matters? And so those things all intertwine into the heart of your brand. So if you're struggling with this area of your brand, really start to tap into who do you currently attract? Who is your audience at the moment? And why do you care about those people? What is it about those people that makes you enjoy working with them or selling things to them? On what level do you connect with these people? Are these people similar to you in certain aspects, in certain ways? Do they believe in certain things that you believe in? Do they hold certain values that you also hold? Start to really notice what it is about these people that really matters to you and why you care about them and how you're wanting to help them. And the final part is the distinguishment of the brand. So this is all about how you're setting your brand apart, making it different. So this includes your brand positioning, the niche, and the focus of your brand. So really looking at how you're setting yourself apart in the marketplace. What are you doing differently? So if you struggle with this area of your branding, you might want to think about, well, why did you start this in the first place? Did you see a gap in the market that you wanted to fill? Were there certain struggles and things that you had that you thought this needs to be solved? Someone needs to be doing this thing. Or have you seen something that your audience are looking for or there just isn't enough of, and you've decided to try and offer something that helps them with that because there's obviously this gap in the market that needs to be filled? Or do you have a unique set of talents or skills that you're bringing to your industry? Think about your background and why you got into what you did. Maybe you were in a particular industry and you were now drawn to this other one, and now you're bringing things from your previous industry into this other one, things that other people in that industry don't have that background and skill with, but you do, so you're bringing something new. Perhaps you have a unique perspective on things, maybe you see things a little bit differently from other people. Really think about what it is that might be setting you apart and making your brand a bit different. So do you think you have all these 3 factors in your branding? If not, and you're struggling with them, well, you're in luck, because Define Your Brand Style is now open. And now this course is where I give you all the prompts and all the guidance to go through all these different areas of your brand, to really get clear on all these things, to really dig deep, getting really clear so you've got so much more clarity around your branding and you know exactly what your brand is all about. And then teaching you how to translate that into visuals so you know exactly what your brand should communicate, and then you can start thinking about how you can actually use what you want to communicate and communicate it visually. So if you'd like to learn more about the course, make sure you check out the link down in the description box below, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be happy to help you. So I hope today's video helped you out and got you thinking about the areas you might be struggling with in your business and what all these different branding terms mean, so you can actually start thinking about, well, what areas am I unclear on and what do I need to start working on? And if you want to continue learning more about branding, graphic design and creativity, then be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.